Hi, and welcome back to The Forge. We want to thank Dave McComb again for coming in and showing some of those input devices. Now we're going to have a clip by Troy Stein. He's going to be talking about interactive whiteboards and how they're being used for screencasting and screen capture. So, Troy, take it away.
Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Troy Stein. I'm a solutions architect with TechSmith Corporation. Been visiting a lot of educational institutions lately, and they've been using these electronic whiteboards, interactive whiteboards. They've been pretty popular of late, and one of the reasons is because the technology is touchable. The kids like the fact that it's like a big iPad. They can just get up there and go and jump around as part of a presentation with or without a pen. They like that kind of stuff. One of the reasons that the teachers like it is because it's there in the front of the class. If I was going to demonstrate something, because these things are connected to a computer, if I was going to demonstrate something, I would ordinarily connect it up to a projector. The projector comes down, and then I'm over in the corner saying, all right, now, over in the left corner, you see where my mouse is? All right, well, and it doesn't really work out really well. But here, you just like, okay, we're going to do that, and the proximity is really good. So location, location, location. Works out really well. The other thing is, oh, look at that. You are able to solve a problem right then and there. I can even erase while I'm at it and work through these problems any way that I want to. In fact, we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you how one of our customers is doing it. I went down to, let me play this out. I went down to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And down in Mississippi, there is a great teacher at Oak Grove High School in room 118, and her name is Shauna Hedgepeth. One of the great things about Shauna, she's really energetic and super engaging. The kids really love having her in her class. She's fun. She lets the kids get up and use the whiteboards. Even some of them start drawing pictures of her, and she pretends to be offended. But she wants them on the whiteboard. She wants them touching the technology and enjoying it. One of the benefits of Shauna's approach and using our products the way that she does is that at the end of the day, when she leaves that high school, she's solving that basic problem that happens in every home throughout the U.S. and probably around the world, which is mom and dad say, son, what did you learn in school today? And that answer invariably is nothing. And that's fine. I mean, you can deal with that for a second until such time as you actually have to help the kid with the homework and you know that learning took place. Well, what Shauna notices is that when the kids go home, there's usually something called the brain flush. That's what she calls it, which is people like, I don't remember anything. And she says, fine, I'll just go home with you then. And so she is actually in every home in the community because of the recordings that she's making in class. So how does it work? Well, when she gets to a part of the lesson and she gets that sort of brain dead look that happens after lunch or whenever, at some point, no matter how good she is, some of the kids are going to zone out. So she's like, okay, doesn't have to say a word. She just opens Jing, chooses the application, begins the recording, and then she continues. Okay, so on this one, we're going to make sure that we get x on both sides of the equation. 12 can be factored out to 6 and 2, which thankfully, when you add it together, also equals 8. And so 6 and 2, so you got your x squared. That works out. 6x, so we got 6x. And 2x, so that gives you the 8x. Great, that's 8x. So we got x squared plus 8x plus 12. And that works, right? So she'll go through and do whatever level of instruction she needs to, and then she hits share. Now, some people might say, oh, man, I don't know, that seems like a lot of distraction for the class. And she said, yep, that's right. And one of the reasons that she does this is she embraces the distraction. So one of the best practices is embrace the distraction. Why would you want the distraction? Because the kids perk up. We had a professor once at the University of Michigan where I went who would pound on the pulpit every time something was going to be on the test. And the kids perked up and paid attention. Jing is her way of getting the kids to pay attention in class. The other is the Tom Sawyer effect. Tom Sawyer had to paint the fence. He didn't want to, so he had the kids pay him to paint it for him. What Shauna does is say, anybody want to make a recording? And then the kids start making the recordings, and then the parents are watching the recordings. Now the parents are smarter, and the parents can actually help with homework more. So she's gotten the kids to do the homework. She's gotten the parents to help with the homework. Last best practice I can suggest is audio. Get yourself a good microphone, if possible, a wireless microphone, and then everybody will hear you all the time. I wish you the best of luck using these electronic whiteboards. If you have suggestions or things that others ought to know about, let us know, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
We want to thank Troy for that report on interactive whiteboards. We're going to be back in just a second, but we'll have Carl Good here talking about visual communication. See you in just a second.